Grand Rising, everybody. Joseph Hennessy. I definitely am a starseed, a light worker, an empath, a way shower. Here to free the prisoners from the planet prison we all cohabitate on. We don't even know it. It's an open air prison. But the name of the channel is The Children. I'm on a mission. I've awakened to what they're doing to us on Mother Gaia. I'm here to alert, help other light workers, kind, caring humans to what they're doing to us on this prison planet. Keep saying this over and over. She's been beaten, battered, abused, Mother Earth, and she's going to be fixed because we're going to fix it. But the deep state is still up to their old tricks. Bill Gates is talking about blocking the sun, which is nothing new because they've been blocking the sun for many years anyway. They're not going to tell us, but they've been doing it with chemtrails and other various forms of weather manipulation. So Bill Gates, world's greatest human being, he's not even a human being because he's a soulless piece of garbage. First of all, he went to Epstein Island 26 times, so he likes children. Look at him. Look at him. He looks like a chomo. He stole every idea that he made into a success, never invented anything. He's a thief. I would love to have a debate with that guy. He's the one buying up all the farmland in the United States, and I believe the only thing that he is growing on it is McDonald's potatoes for their French fries. If you know anything about McDonald's French fries, you know how much pesticides are sprayed on them to where the farmers won't even go into their own fields for 3 weeks afterwards. They need a specific French fry a specific way. That's why they taste so good. Then if you start checking into the kids' meals, and he seems to like children, you start finding out the real truth about McDonald's kids' meals, and I'll leave it at that. It might stem back to something to do with the red shoes that I talked about in my last video. And Ronald McDonald wears a big pair of red shoes, which represent something really evil in the satanic world. So Bill Gates, he's not a good human being. Vaccine manufacturer. Then he found out that they didn't work, and he got rid of all his stock. Vaccines that were not allowed in the United States were shipped over to Africa because of Bill Gates. If the real news told you about the damage done in Africa and India, I believe, by vaccines, by quote unquote the great good human being who works under the guise of philanthropist, he's doing it because he cares about people? No, he doesn't. All he cares about is making money and getting rid of us. One of his last videos, he's talking about how we don't need all the human beings because AI can do all the work that useless eaters that you and I do. He's not a good human being. His wife left him because he went to Epstein Island all those times. She's no better. She worked for him. She knew the deal. They don't do anything out of the kindness of their heart. There's always a nefarious reason before everything that he does. Horrible, horrible human being. But it's just part of the matrix. They don't care about us. He's talking about blocking the sun now. They've been doing that for many, many years anyway, because that's the giver of life. No sun. None of us are here. So why are they trying to block it? Chemtrails. I spoke about chemtrails. They're spraying us with heavy metals. Where did all the dementia and Alzheimer's come from? My mom has it. Two of her brothers and sisters in Ireland have it. And you should see the chemtrails in Ireland. They're way worse than they are here. Way worse. They hire pilots that have no family, have no kids, so they don't care. Pay them some ungodly amount of money to poison us. It never stops. It has to be drawn out because we don't listen. We have to see it. It's all part of the Great Reset, the apocalypse, the awakening. And hopefully everybody out there is awakening to what they're doing to us. We are not free. We are not sovereign. We are enslaved in a money system. No money, no life. And who creates this money system? The devil. Because it enslaves you. It never stops. So the Pope passed away. That's all part of the Great Reset. And the strange thing is he didn't have his red shoes on like usual. He had this old looking pair of work boots on. Very strange. They buried the Pope in a old ragged pair of boots, it looked like. Wonder why. Everything has symbolism. Because I saw a video on the backside of where they had the casket. There was 2 swinging doors, and they had upside down crucifixes on the swinging doors, which represent Satan. Why would you have that at the Pope's funeral or in that building? God is right here in your pineal gland. It says in the Bible, no building and no man is needed to have your relationship with your higher power. God is energy. We are energy. If we just had one religion called spirituality where everybody just has their own relationship with their higher power, there would be no division. Whatever your interpretation of your God source is okay, as long as we recognize there's only one. We're all light, energy, and sound, frequency. The sun puts out rays, energy, frequency. That's all we are made of. That's what our physical vessel is. This is just a vessel to have a human experience. You are your heart and soul. So I believe that religion is going to be reset and it's become spirituality based. And if you choose that you want to go to a building and commune with your fellow human beings, there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying there's no need for us to go to all these different religions, sects. They're all cults with rules, way too many rules. Then they divide us and separate us because my religion is better than your religion. War. Whose side is God on? Nobody's. That's the devil. So one last thing I want to speak about is they asked everybody going to the funeral to wear black. And President Trump had a blue suit on. And I'm wearing all blue today, and that's just coincidence. And I was thinking to myself, blue. Why blue? Because blue is the color of freedom. And I happened to Google it, and what it represents is intuition, prosperity, enlightenment, good things. The one word that stuck out for me was intuition. Because I've been running on my intuition for the last 3 years. I can't make this stuff up. So he was wearing the color of blue because it's the color of freedom. The only president never to start any wars. I don't think he's going to be starting any. And I'm not sure what's going to happen with the Pope. They're supposedly going to try to find a new one May 7th, the day after my birthday. Thanks. I'm glad they're not doing it on my birthday because I don't want nothing to do with religion anymore because I'm a recovering Catholic. They allow pedophilia. They beg for money. They have more money than any church on the planet. They don't help anybody. They make me live by all these dumb rules that God doesn't even ask me to live by. Because all God asks me to live by is love unconditionally, love myself, be authentic, and be service to others, help everybody. That's who I am. 3 years, that's what I've been working on. I kept making deals with God, saying, I'll change this, I'll change that, but there was only one thing that I had to change, and that was everything. I still have that great personality, and it will be coming back out, but until we start transitioning to the fourth to the fifth dimension, it's going to be hard. It's going to be tough, but we're going to get through because we're strong, we're powerful, and we're going to be united as one. President Trump, he's a wanderer, just like the Pope. But the Pope got misguided on his path somewhere. Too much service to self instead of service to others. That's the wrong person to be when you're the head of the Catholic Church. So with this, it's just a matter of us changing our thought process. The fifth dimension is just a collective way of thinking. Love, light, no more darkness. I've been told when we go to the fifth dimension, there will be no more dark. There'll just be sunlight. Because where do they do all their nefarious work? The satanic Luciferians? In the dark. So if there is no darkness, they can't do their dirty work. They have to tell us everything that they're doing to us before they do it. Bill Gates is a great example of it. And look at all the nasty stuff that he's done to us. Lab-grown meat. Buying up all the farmland. Pushing vaccines. He's supposedly a tech guy. He's not a doctor. He looks like a bowl of gelatin. I wouldn't take any medical advice from that clown for any amount of money. He's an evil entity. He's a soulless being. He cares about nobody. But we're going to fix it. The Matrix is crumbling, but it's going to take a little bit of time. Humanity's not waking up fast enough, but we will wake up. But I'm going to keep planting seeds. We're going to the fifth dimension. Love, light, no more darkness, no evil, kindness, compassion, empathy, abundance for everybody. They have medical beds to fix all our physical ailments. And if you choose to do so, you're going to be able to live until you're 200, 300, 400 years old. And everybody gets freaked out when I talk about that. They say, well, I don't want to do that. Well, if you go back to looking like you're 30 years old and feeling like you're 30 years old and have the knowledge that you have now, it'd be pretty wonderful to be able to play with your kids and your grandchildren like you're one of them, because you will be. That's how our lives were meant to be in the beginning, 600, 700, 800 years in the beginning of the Bible. That's what I'm going to do, because I got a lot of living to do, because I didn't do much living the first 57 years of my life. The last 3 years I've been learning, evolving, becoming the human being that I needed to be. The guiding light for God. People can laugh and think Joe Hennessey's lost his mind, but I haven't. I finally figured out what my path is on Mother Gaia is to help humanity. Plant seeds. It's a beautiful day. That's another thing. I have a tough time making videos on gray days, because it's bad enough that I have to talk about the stuff that I talk about, it because the subject matter is not usually very, very nice. But the nice weather sure makes me glow, makes me feel better. And that's coming from somebody who used to love the rain and the gloomy days when I was that kind of person in the 3D. But my 5D mindset is, I love the sun. I'd rather be out in the sun. I don't need to be indoors looking at a TV set. I'd rather be out here talking to you, talking to my hummingbirds, enjoying Mother Nature. So enough of me. We're going to fix Mother Gaia. Bill Gates is an evil man, but he's just part of the shit show. He does nothing good. Look at all the things that he does to us. All he does is make more and more money. That's all they do. We're just a commodity, but We're going to win. Everybody have a blessed, beautiful day. And you know what? Just stay positive as you can. I know it's not an easy thing to do, but send love and light to even the people that you hate and despise because they hate it. It's like salt on a wound. You know, get them off this planet even faster because they hate it. True story. Everybody have a great day. I'm going to.